Okay, folks, welcome to today's live stream. We're going to be talking about a little something something. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be nice. It's going to be meaty. What are we talking about? We're talking about memorizing lyrics today. Okay? So let's just get into the first concept of memorizing lyrics. Get the 5 dubs. The 5 dubs. Boom. There we go. Wow. Took a little bit there to get there, but anyway. So the 5 W's. What is the 5 W's? Let me I'm chugging. Let me get rid of Chrome here. Get rid of all these things. What are the 5 W's? 5 W's are who, what, when, where, and why. Is that 5? I don't know. I'm not counting. So how do we use this to go about memorizing our lyrics? Deleting all the Chrome things. All right. Didn't think it would chug this much, so next time I know. Okay. So, in order to get to this point, who, what, when, where, and why. This is going to teach us, this is the first step, this is going to teach us what the lyrics actually mean. Kind of a big deal, right? Kind of important to know what the lyrics actually mean. Pardon me. Actually, just going to close Chrome altogether. Right? So if I go to at the gate, right? If I go at the gate, I'm coming inside, I know that's late. If I just keep reading the lyrics over and over and over again, that kind of rote memorization is actually really ineffective. Not only does it take a long time to memorize lyrics that way, but if you do it that way, you'll also forget them really quickly. So it's like you'll perform it, and then the next time you have to sing the tune, you're going to have to do that again, right? So it's a lot of time-consuming work that isn't that advantageous. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these who, what, where, and why, and we're going to understand the actual meaning of the words through this exercise, okay? So I'm going to say at the gate. At the what? At the gate. At the where? At the gate. I'm coming inside. Who's coming inside? I'm coming inside. I'm whatting inside? I'm coming inside. You're coming where? I'm coming inside. You see what I'm doing? I'm giving myself the who, what, where, when, and why of each little bit of the lyrics. And this is what I would do. I would like literally sit down and I'm just going to go over them. I'm just going to look at it like that so that I really understand everything that's going on in terms of the meaning of the song. Right? So that's the first approach I take to it. Now the second thing I'm going to do is this. Boosh. So the second part of this is turning that into an audio file. Because for me, I go to work, right? Or maybe you go to school, or maybe you go somewhere. You're driving, right? So having the audio file give you these prompts is basically like an audio cue card. So I can't play it live, but I'll get to the point where I'm at. So this is the actual audio file of the song. You don't necessarily need to have that. But if you want it and you want to do it exactly this way, I recommend 2 pieces of software, YouTube DL and FFmpeg. They're command line based pieces of software, but luckily you only need like 2 commands, right? YouTube DL is super easy. You type in YouTube-DL space the link of the video, right? And you just download the video, and it downloads in like seconds. By the way, it's super fast, right? So that's how I do that. And then the next one is I convert the video file into an audio file by using FFmpeg, and that command is FFmpeg space -I space the video file space whatever I want the audio name to be. So don't be intimidated by the fact that something is a command line based piece of software. It's actually really easy to pick up, and it saves so much time. This literally took me, putting this song in here, I don't know, it took me like seconds, like not even a minute. And that includes downloading, converting the file, and putting it in here, right? So it's really fast. And this software I'm using is called Audacity. It's a free DAW. Super cheap, super lean, super fast, right? So I'm basically playing the audio until I get to the point, and then I cut it off, right? And then I record myself asking these questions. So the first question I have is, what's the lyric? And so I answer that. I give myself a little bit of time. Then the second one is this who, what, where, when, and why. At the what? At the gate. At the where? At the gate, right? So I do this for every single piece of lyric. Now, is this tedious? Yeah, this is not easy on the brain. But why is that important? Why do we make things hard? Okay, this is why. Not you, you don't matter. There we go. Forcing recall. There's a great book called Make It Stick. It's a great book. And if you are interested in being good at literally anything, you need to read this book. But I'll give you the thesis right now, the TLDR. The TLDR of Make It Stick is that they took a bunch of Harvard studies on memory and memorization, and they came up with the theory based on like a collection of like a big body of studies, right? Like 50 plus, right? And what they found was this. If you interleave and mix things up and force the brain to recall information in different scenarios, and you literally take a step back and then you come at it again, you take a step back and you come at it again, and each time it's a little different, you're forcing recall. What happens when you force recall? What happens when you force recall is that the neural pathways that go to the information literally get wrapped in a fatty tissue called myelin. Myelin is basically the highway of the brain. It supercharges that neural pathway, and each time you develop the myelin around that neural pathway, it's going to get faster and faster and faster and faster. But the only way you develop myelin, the only way you do it, is if you take a step back and then come at it again. So luckily, we kind of have that situation with, oopsies. Nope. Why is this a thing? We have, hold on, technical difficulties. Anyway, so if we did what I was doing with the audio here, right? If I'm just doing this with the audio, with Audacity, in a way I'm coming back to it again and again and again and again. And it's a really, really great way of doing it. And I don't know why this is now the one that's showing. Where's this browser, John? I don't know why. I guess, oh, yeah. There we go. I forgot I had the hotkeys here. I'm learning. Best way to learn is to fail a bunch, right? So that's what I'm doing with this audio file here. I'm forcing myself to recall it. And then one of the ways I'm also going to make it really difficult after I go through the audio recording once, like literally the audio and I do it once, is I'm going to do something really important. I'm going to force recall by putting the song out of order. So then I'm going to, once I do the entire song here, right? I'm going to copy and paste some of these parts, and then I'm going to mix them up in completely random orders, right? So we have, let's just say, for example, boom, right? I have verse 1. I'm going to combine verse 1 with the pre-chorus with verse 2. I'm just going to do it like randomly as I feel like it, because it's going to mess me up. I'm trying to mess myself up. Why? We're going back to this. We're forcing recall. So hurt your brain for long-term benefits, for long-term gain. Hurt your brain for long-term gain. It's going to make that into a t-shirt. All right? It's really going to help you memorize, and this song is going to be relevant to you in the long run. And that's going to be incredibly helpful.